I fucking know it's coming and I hate this.
So fucking dark in my room.
Okay, President.
I thought he was gonna start it because he's got to do a bit because he's gay.
The bit already started. All right, hey guys, welcome to the Weeb Club. I fell down and my room was dark. How are you guys doing?
Turn
That
on
was
the
the
fucking
bit?
lights, you dumb bitch.
That was the
I
bit.
did turn them on. You're a bit.
Oh my god.
I'm canceling this episode. We're just gonna do it next week. We're not
Yeah,
gonna talk
play the
about these
outro.
episodes.
Now's
We're
when you
just-
play the intro. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
今夜もミュージック君へのラッキー笑い合って抱き合って幸せにほらなれるように
Okay, this week we talked about My Hero Academia season 4, episode 3, Cautious Hero 4 or 5.
Four.
4, and then Beastars 4.
Fuck.
Beastars. Beast. Oh my god, I can't wait. Ugh.
Yeah, we have the unfortunate where we have to talk about Cautious Hero first before we
Oh,
get
I
to
thought you were gonna say we had the unfortunate pleasure of having what with us.
I mean,
That's-
either
that would've
way,
been
that's
better.
just true.
Also,
It would have been
just
better,
as a
Craftsdwarf, you
forewarning-
failure of comedy.
we are recording on Halloween.
Yeah, I'm
so if
listening to the
doorbell
Monster Mash
rings-
right now. Oh yeah, I didn't think about doorbells for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm in my
just-
room.
Just forgive us for our transgressions.
I got something I gotta pull up.
So
You know, it
these
is
two are
funny where,
sinners.
we have to cut out the breaths out of all of our podcasts. Our viewers can't know that we breathe.
Well, I was gonna say, before we get to talking about the shows, do we want to talk about comments from last week's?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right,
You do it.
So,
Oh no! Wait. Can I start? Who
You
is
wanted to
this?
bully someone.
Who is this dumbass who's commented some like autism on the freaking last episode of the Weeb Club? Like, okay, Vindy, I know you don't think Boku no Hero Academia is better is worse than Black Clover. I don't care about that. What I care about is the way that from Ronin 111111111 because you had an aneurysm when you were typing in your name. You stupid ass. You were like, anybody who puts Black Clover over
Damn.
anything other
Calm
any-
down.
anybody who puts Black Clover
Okay, well,
over
that's-
anything
that was
other than fairy you didn't put other than, he just put anything other fairy tale is the most plebeian normie fucktard. Black Clover has okay action at best and writing so flaccid and uncreative that it's amazing to see just how many times in ways it can undercut anything possibly interesting. MHA for the most part isn't that strong in the originality department, but its execution it's also is the wrong it's on a part is on point for the most part. Okay, AVB was pretty dull at some parts, but villain arc was more than made up for it. I'm like, and then he 2 hours before that he commented, okay, the Boku no Hero Academia discussion was pretty good and reasonable. Consider yourself redeemed. Who redeemed? Was it me? Because I like
I'm
Black Clover?
redeemed.
Whatever.
So
Guess which one of the three of us they came from.
yeah.
Was it you? Was
I
it you?
recognized them,
Well, it's
yeah.
not me. I don't have a following.
Was it fucking you, Craftsdwarf?
Of course, I'm pretty sure. Connor's comment
Craftsdwarf.
on the
No
next show or
wonder why his comment was so bad. It was because it was one of your comments.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, my comment section is a disaster.
It's worse than mine somehow, and that says a lot.
See, I
Okay,
feel bad because
I don't know. I haven't read Black Clover. I have no opinion. I think it's stupid to try and act like there's an objective tier list of series because I also think Fairy Tail is better than
Look,
Hero Academia in a few ways. Not every.
You know what?
but in a few ways for sure. Look, Lucy. I'm gonna say it again. Lucy is better than the entire female cast of My Hero Academia, single-handedly. They're good. That's not even counting everyone else in Fairy Tail.
is better than also did. You
But
can't
is she hotter than the cast of
Bro,
MHA?
Mashima
probably.
would be better off for everyone if he just did Doja.
Look, Fairy Tail girls are hotter than one Fairy
I
Tail
like
girl.
what's her
than the
name? Is
entire
it
cast of Boku no Hero.
Eliza? Whatever the redhead girl is, she's fucking fine.
Bro, look, at a
Urza,
certain point,
Urza.
At a certain point in Fairy Tail, Mashima just stops giving a fuck, and it's practically like a fan service ecchi thing on the side, and it's like,
Oh my
Jesus
god, what a
fucking
hero!
Christ.
What a fucking hero!
To
Maybe
the
I should read
point-
Fairy Tale.
Don't.
It's an experience.
So I had
Okay.
2 comments, and I feel bad because you commented on comments that Ronin11111 made from the earlier episodes, and I wanted to kind of yell at him a little bit for look.
Do it.
Here's
Do
the
it.
problem.
Do it. Do it.
I want to like talk about good comments. I have 1 good comment and 2 comments of people that are just kind of dumb. I'm sorry, but if you post your take at the comments, okay. So he said, I started reading Beastars and it's the best. Like, it's fucking amazing. Specifically, the storytelling they do with body language is just so fucking good. And Lewis is such an actor. Then he said, and this is the part I take problem with, Galaxy Brain realization. They're in the drama club because this is a drama series. Now, if you've read Beastars, you know, after maybe like 10, 15, 20 more chapters, the drama club doesn't fucking matter anymore. And also, that's not why they're in the drama club at all. And the episode
You
we
literally
watched
explained it last episode. Like,
I think the show is repetitive because college is repetitive, and that's reflected.
And then the other one that I wanted to kind of yell at was, he said, I enjoy MHA, but sometimes I wonder if the school setting is needed since most of the major plot/character relevant events happen during arcs that take place outside the school. And it's just resulted in some good character designs wasted on the hope that they might be relevant in the future. Now, I'm sorry, Joe Nisha 3, but the fact that you can miss the point of a series called My Hero Academia is kind of startling. Like,
why are they in a school?
No. I'll explain it for this guy. They're in a school because they're learning how to be heroes, and the entire point of the series is watching Deku and everyone else grow into heroes.
But why are they in school? Duh.
holy shit. Okay, I just want to point out something because I respond to comments on the Nen show. I don't read the Weeb Club comments. I don't really care. But like, damn, y'all have no fucking chill.
No, I don't want to be mean. What's the mean one? I don't want to be mean.
I have to be that. Look, I'm chaotic evil.
Look, I love you all if you comment and watch them.
I know.
You're all great. But what
I
else?
also called him retarded for not getting the main point of the show, of the series. So
Well,
I call what retarded, and I'm on a podcast with him.
True.
Then this other guy said, Legosi, all women are queens, Anteater dude. If she breathes, she's a thought. And
Yeah,
I like that one because
That's a good comment. I like that one. That's good.
yeah, it's a good comment. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions. Okay, so now let's start with Cautious Hero.
It was an episode. I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like how it's paying off on the thing that I said was going to happen, where like he had to figure out a way to go around it without just blowing everything up and doing things like that. It's interesting because he built up skills that were other than just like, because the typical thing you would see in stories like this is they would like, oh haha, you only built up one power. Because he's so cautious, he built up he covered every single base he possibly could, and like instead of just blowing things up randomly like we've seen him do, he actually went about it with some like tact and strategy this time, which was interesting. That was nice.
Right, well, because now it's like a very direct hostage situation, so he needed to, like, he went to the realm and divine realm, and he's like, oh, we have 15 minutes to figure this shit out.
They fucking used King Crimson.
And then, of course, like, yeah, during the actual fight was neat because it was different, and like the fucking necromancer guy was like, yeah, I'm so cautious, and he's like, and Seiya's like, haha, no. Because that's the thing, it's like Seiya covers all the bases, and he's like, yeah, look at this glaring weakness I have, and Seiya's like, no problem.
Yeah, and Restarte wants to cover him up to his base, you know what I'm saying?
She made good faces as usual.
God, she's so good. Look, I loved the gag where when he was flying really fast with her tits fucking flew out.
We need to like give a standing ovation to that dress for holding up as long as it did, because like the fact that it didn't happen until like any clothes would have gone off in that scenario, but
right.
That's some fucking goddess tier clothes.
Well, she's wanted clothes to come off for a while now. It's been 4 episodes.
I love the whole joke where it's like she like anytime he does anything kind of cool, she's immediately like, oh my God, I'm in love with him. And then what's like the face she was making when he was describing all of the he was describing all the preparations he took into it. And he's like, well, my sword could have been eaten by moths or broken or all this shit. The face she's making is the fucking funniest thing.
Her faces and voice and it's all good.
He like took all of her hair and used it for weapons, which is like really smart actually.
It's
Like,
so funny.
Why is she weirded out by it? He's using mogul moves, man. Come on now. Come on.
I mean,
Dude,
he's basically like stalkering over like where she sleeps and like sniffing or where's her pillows and shit. Like, I mean, actually, she would be into that. So I don't know why she. Yeah, you're right. Why is she weirded out by that? Like,
what the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if she was weirded out. She was just worried about all the hair she was losing. She's like going bald.
That was just lying around though. He wasn't plucking it off her head. It's her. Look, everybody loses like tons of hair every single day. It's no problem.
It's stress because she's dealing with fucking Seiya. Like,
Look,
of course.
He's such a Chad. The way he talked to the like the head goddess, where he's just like, "This is what's gonna happen."
He's like, "Well, can you do this? Nah, you're all worthless. I don't need you. Bye."
Oh yeah, the soldiers. He's just like, whatever.
Bro, okay,
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Him using the meteor strike and like he's like, all my MP is gone. I have 13,000 of my 15,000 that I had.
And he's like falling over.
Look, that's 100% me. And like when I'm playing Pokemon, right, and I spend some money on like it's like not even that much. I'm like, shit, I gotta go grind. I'm out of my amount of money, and I spent like 1,000. I'm like. That's me.
I had 162,000 before. Now I have 161,000.
It's like the I love it because like it's almost like commenting also on how people play games. Because I've definitely had times where like I've saved my MP and like used one spell, but like oh shit, like I'm running out of magic, and then I get to like the boss of an area and I have like almost full MP on everyone and all my items. I'm like, oh my god, the boss is so easy. Like,
look. Every other isekai protagonist is a beta compared to Seiya because what are they doing? They're trying? Oh, I'm gonna use. Look, if you're a real gamer, you cover all your bases. Okay, you get everything you can. You grind so you get to the right level, son. Come on now. You don't get weak party members.
Yeah,
what is that?
They just like they struggle and shit. But Seiya's like, nah, he's the player who grinds the fucking just has an easy time. It's great.
What the hell is this? A torchic with timid nature? Are you stupid? Get out of here!
I was gonna say I thought there's like a comic where it's like, oh man, Mega Elixir, wow, it refills all my HP and MP. I better save this for when I need it. And then it's like end of the game, it's like Mega Elixir's 999, and it's like.
I mean, that's honestly is just me. Anytime I play a game, anytime I do play a game, which is just Pokemon and Fire Emblem Awakening.
You are Seiya
and Seraphic Blue.
Shut up! Shut up right now! Shut up right now!
You haven't even seen it. You haven't seen shit. You don't get to say that.
No, we're gonna make him see it now. We're gonna make him see it tonight after we record this. I'm very upset.
I can't. I have plans. I gotta go.
No.
I like how we actually have PTSD now.
I just said it because I wanted to see what happened. You just start moaning. Holy shit.
I'm very upset.
God, I can't wait to play more. I hate it so much. Jesus. Anyway, man.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say more in the episode. It was cool when he like cut through fucking space. And,
oh my god.
That was rad.
Did you see he was power scaled? She said he was already god level.
Right? What the fuck? And then it was cool that like Mash was like Mash and Seiya had a kind of mutual like recognition.
Look, okay. Speaking of power scaling, this is a tangent, but Seth the programmer DMs me. He sends me the clip of Happy Party Train where they change the seasons and then goes possible reality warping in Love Live, and I was like, yes, 100%. There's reality warping in Love Live.
Reality warping in Love Live. That better be a thumbnail on his channel. I better look in a couple days and see a possible reality warping in Love Live. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark in red tag.
I fucking love Seth now. If you look on his channel right now, a while ago he was trying to ask people what thumbnail he should put for his Minato versus Orochimaru video.
I saw it.
Oh no, why is Orochimaru team
because he had like 5 different like thumbnail ideas, and he's like, hold on, I got it, and just got like the PNG of Minato with like the PNG background thing on it, and then just T-posting Orochimaru. And then actually did it. He actually put it on the video.
Wait, did you make that one or?
No, he did. He just said it like he's like, hold on, I got it, and they just did it anyway. It was probably someone sent him into it as a joke, but it was funny as shit.
That is funny. I noticed the Orochimaru like model T pose, but I didn't notice the PNG. Because I was okay. Look, real story. For my thumbnail for my advertisement video, I was looking for a transparent PNG of both Legoshi and Deku, and I kept finding ones that were like that Minato one, where it's like, well, fuck you, you stupid bitch. Like, do you not know what the fuck you're doing?
It was really funny though, because I remember he tweeted out first, and I was like, "No, he won't." And then somebody replied to it, was like, "Oh no, he did."
So I wanted to. I one more thing on the episode I wanted to bring up was I loved. So there was it was like a short joke, but it was when Mash was kind of a Chad, and like Main Boy was like, you know what, dog? You're pretty cool. I'll let you carry my equipment.
Yeah, no. Well, like,
Man.
I mean, it was very Seiya, but at the same time, like I said, they were mutually recognizing each other, even if it was in Seiya's own way.
I forgot the best part of the episode, which goes back to what we were talking about. So do you remember how last week we were joking about how, like, oh my god, he wasn't training. He was just sitting there punching the god? But it turns out he was actually training because he was learning spells while doing it.
Which is funny because, yeah, like, I love how it's stupid and doesn't make sense, but that's also just how JRPGs work, where it's like, wow, I killed 1 billion slimes. I got Fireball. That's how it works.
Right. It's like,
you know?
while killing that slime, I thought of, oh my god, I could use a Fireball now.
Right. It's I was punching Cerseus on the ground, and now I can cut through dimensions.
I mean, that's how it works to me when I play the games, right? I punch Craftsdwarf on the ground. I gain the ability to, get people
Okay.
like. Okay, I'm tired.
I'm deleting your channel.
Oh yeah, go ahead and try, bitch.
So was that about it for Cautious Hero?
I'm trying to think about anything else.
Did you want to fuck the lolly Craftsdwarf?
Oh, I did. Like, it was funny.
I kind of
I
forgot
love
she existed.
I love the way he constantly like just kind of tells everyone like the god, like when the goddess's wings looked like a fucking, like when all the feathers were gone and she's like, look what you did to my wings. It's just like, you could just use healing on them, and then the next shot they're healed. It's like the small shit like that he says where he's just like, you have fucking abilities, is so funny.
Points out like the
Yeah.
plot holes. What is this? Cinema Sins?
That's his last name. Seiya CinemaSins.
And we're done here.
All right.
Moving on. We're gonna move on now.
Play the opening.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're gonna talk about Beastars now.
Okay, for like half the episode, I was thinking about what Vindy said. I think it was last time, where he's just like, "I love Legoshi," because I was in that mood.
You see the Chad
Love
Legoshi?
Legoshi.
Did you see him flex his big wolf cock?
I literally told y'all, like, episode 4 is gonna be the episode that like Beastars becomes amazing. And what happened?
I mean, it was already amazing.
It was already
Right,
great, and then this
but
show
now
was
it's-
like really, yeah, it was great.
So here's the thing. Here's a question for all of you: is the rabbit blood kind of like Gamer Girl bathwater?
Yes. Well, there's some small things I noticed that are brought up way later that are really, really fucking good that I don't know if I should talk about. Well, yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. It's just like, so it's explained later on, like kind of recently in the manga, that like when a carnivore first eats meat or takes any kind of like, that kind of thing inside of them, it really fucks with them for a while. And like that's what was happening to Bill during the thing, was like he drank the blood, and that's why he wasn't able to focus, because he was getting his first
High. He was getting high.
right, he was getting his first taste of meat, so he was getting like I think they actually call it meat drunk or something like that. It just like his body was adapting to his carnivore instincts, and that's why he was sweating so much and like couldn't actually think. And it's nice that it shows up here but isn't explained for like 100 chapters.
Oh, that's nice. What is this, One Piece?
Kinda.
But yeah, no, it was interesting for the setting because, like, yeah, there's this fucking like blood. There's obviously a market for, like, and blood's like the easiest because it's replenishable. Like think about Haru, how she uses sex to gain power. Like I could totally see herbivores selling their blood, which is troublesome because like they're literally like feeding carnivores, but then like what are you laughing at? What?
Put it on the screen, watch it. Put it on the screen right now. What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? What do you have this? I'm saving it on my phone now.
We definitely need to kick out what I Love podcast. Like, it's
Oh, me? It's me. It's the problem. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen what this manic in my life.
Dude, what the fuck did you do? Did you drink?
It's Halloween.
No.
It's Halloween. He's off fucking killing.
Oh, the full moon. His bestial animal instincts are coming out.
Oh, man,
he's
that's
a
true.
faggot.
Okay, so I want to talk about
No, I don't want to say it again.
more oh my god, it's so good. Like the fact that because you know I actually think I'm gonna say the anime did something better than the manga for once.
Go on.
I think that when Lugosi was just punching on Bill on stage,
Yeah,
it was showing all the flashes to Haru. I don't remember it being that kind of obvious, which makes it I think a little bit better because it's easier to understand in the anime that Lugosi is fighting Bill because
he's fighting his dark self. That's exactly. Right. Oh,
yeah. Lugosi is fighting the he's carnivore instincts of himself. He's fighting.
He's pissed at Bill because Bill is the self of him that he hates. Basically, the part that he's trying to repress, that he's fighting against, and Bill's throwing that away. And so because that was part of the episode that got to me because I was like, I love Lugosi. Because and of course, as Bill points out right after, is that it's he marks them, stripes from one carnivore to another. He's pointing out that they're the fact that Lugosi is mad at them for that reason is they're the same. They're both carnivores. The difference is that Bill's acting out and Lugosi's pissed because he's hiding that. He's repressing that. He's always repressing his strength.
No, but then the Chad boy, the cool boy, Lewis comes out and cool. That was such cool shit. And then he's they both stand together in the spotlight for the applause. That was really good. That was very nice.
Well, yes. It's there's a whole thing with Lugosi, right? Where it's obvious he has two kinds of feelings towards Haru, right? There's his carnivore instincts that want to eat Haru, and then there's the fact that
eat her up.
She treated him as a male for the first time in his life, as opposed to a gray wolf. So he has these romantic feelings of affection for Haru, right?
Let's eat her up.
He's fighting
the first time. What? Shut up.
He's fighting his his carnivore urges, and it's really fucking good. It's a great way to kind of show that, I think.
No, yeah. Honestly, Bill was interesting this episode. There was a couple of things how Lewis gave him the position because he felt Bill was upfront with me. He said what happened. He saw because Lewis is I realize it's kind of a thing where he's trying so hard to be strong as an herbivore, but ultimately he's always he hates being looked down upon and treated as weak. So he respected Bill because Bill was it seemed like he was doing that, but at the same time Bill's I get to fight Lugosi, I get to go all out as a carnivore so Bill was always treating Lewis as weak, so that was Lewis's how he was seeing, he wasn't seeing all of Bill, obviously, he didn't, understand the full picture, so to speak. And that put Bill in a position of power, which he kind of, he's a piece of shit.
Well, it's interesting because, sorry, what, you go.
But the cool boy Lugosi was nah, man, you can't be drinking rabbit blood. I respect, I can't say respect women because you don't know,
respect herbivores.
Respect herbivores. Respect who is the minority in this situation?
It's not the minority, it's the weaker.
Well, and even then, it's that's why and I was mentioning even in the first episode, you can't really one-to-one allegory this because there's no real minority because there's a bunch of different races, but there's two
there's a bunch of different races in real life, Craftsdwarf.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, Crafts, we're all white dwarf.
I hate it when you point out my my bigotry, my privilege.
Leave it up to the white guy in the podcast who's saying all these bigoted things. Wow.
Sorry for being stupid. Wait. My point. Okay, I guess the most popular are probably rats, whatever. Because they're I don't know what's the actual animal has the most population. I don't fucking know. That's bugs, but there's no bugs.
Are there bugs?
There's
Would there
birds
be
and
bugs?
lizards. I don't think.
I don't remember seeing bugs. They might exist, but I don't remember seeing them.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
a bug's life in this shit?
No,
Because
not
that's
yet.
why I'm wondering. Because I was even like before I think episode 2 or 3, I was thinking like, well, what about like lizards and birds? And literally the next episode, I'm like, oh, there's a lizard and there's a bird in the journalism.
Yeah, there's
group.
one thing we don't see. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. There's one type of like big type of animal we don't see, but we've seen them in the manga. We won't see them in the anime. We'll see them in the manga, and they have some different things that are really, really cool. But I'm not gonna talk about it yet.
Okay, because I'm wondering if there's actually like animal quote unquote life in this world that would be what we have as animals. Basically, it's equivalent where it's just beasts. Even though they are beasts, like because that seems I don't know. That's the thing that could also be ignored. So who knows? Vindy, I guess, who doesn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I can't. It's not that I don't. It's that I legitimately can't because I know y'all are gonna read the manga when they finish, and I don't want to spoil things. Like I don't want to ruin surprises for y'all. But
yeah,
so
no.
I had one more thing, which is like it's super cool, right? Because like Lewis is like proud of the strength that he was able to foster, but he's not proud to be an herbivore, right? Lugosi isn't proud to be a carnivore because he was given all this strength naturally at birth, but because of his strength and because he's this gray wolf, right? Like he's kind of looked down upon by society because he's strong and scary, and so people are scared of him. But like Bill is proud to be a carnivore, right? And that's like what all of his actions show. When he's fighting Lugosi on the stage, he's talking about, I can finally fight at full strength. Everything he's doing is because he is proud to have been born a carnivore and proud to have been born strong, and he's happy at any kind of instance he can show that off.
Yeah. And I guess the thing I was trying to say about Lewis before was that like, or maybe I did say it before and I already forgot because I'm tired or something. But like when other people are stronger than him and holding back, like it undermines his efforts to be strong. Like he liked Bill's response because like it wasn't holding back. So it's like that, means something to him. So, and of course, I guess that goes back to the Lugosi thing from last episode too. But lots of good character stuff this episode is what I'm trying to say. Like even Bill is literally just like a thing only this episode, but there's still a few things to note that are really good. Also,
did you see Lugosi walking the alpaca girl to her room? That was pretty nice. That's kind of a cool thing.
He's an ally to women. Well, yeah, because it's the same alpaca girl from earlier, and like now that she realizes, and that's what's great about Lugosi is like any character, because like there were even some characters in the earlier episodes I mentioned. He's kind of weird, but he's not a bad guy. Anytime that anyone gets close to Lugosi, they can see he's not a bad guy. But everyone has these preconceived notions against him because he's a
gray wolf, right?
He's a gray wolf, right?
He's inherently someone who could, like you said, kill, like in a 1-to-1 fight, kill most of the school. Like,
well, not only that, but like as carnivores, they have to live their whole lives constantly fighting their urge to kill. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's shown, like, the carnivores still have their natural instincts to kill and eat herbivores, but they have to spend their whole life suppressing those instincts. However, the herbivores don't have to spend their whole life suppressing their instincts of fear against carnivores,
That's good. Yeah, because that's, like, it's known, and it's, like, obvious that's, and of course, if they, like, nothing harmful happens if they express that fear, basically, or at least...
Right.
That's what's accepted, because obviously the actual issue with that is how it does the carnivores, but they're stronger, so it's fine. They're supposed to be able to take it. So neat.
Toxic masculinity.
something masculine. Yeah, sure. I was also gonna say when Bill and like the head of the drama club were talking about who could replace Bill when he was taking Lewis's spot, and they like look over and like Lugosi hides behind.
Oh my god, I love Lugosi.
So adorable. Oh my god, I love him so much.
He's so fucking great. And it's like it's again more of it's this funny gag, right? Because Lugosi's being this cute little wolf boy, but like at the same time, it's like Lugosi is scared to be in the spotlight because he's ashamed of who he is, so he doesn't want to show himself to the world. That's why he's okay with being behind the cameras. Yeah, and of course the one he does show to the world is scary, because he was beating the fucking shit out of a tiger, that's another big carnivore.
The fucking Chad boy.
Everyone else was like, do you want to go stop him? and they all say like, "No, I don't want to go stop
We
him."
can't
Like,
stop him. Are you
You can't
nuts?
stop
and
that.
like, even though Lugosi would never have hurt anyone else except for Bill, they're still too scared to go stop him because he's a gray wolf and they don't know what's going on with him.
Look,
Right.
all this show is doing is saying that dogs are cooler than cats. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I mean, you're totally right that dogs are cooler than cats.
No,
That's just a fact.
Dogs
I
are
was
big
gonna
and
say
fluffy and cute.
one more thing.
Dogs are great, man. That's why Lugosi's cool.
I don't know what this was. I just thought it was kind of funny when I noticed it. But at the end, when Lewis scared Bill off, Bill like flourishes his cape before he runs off, like a villain. Like I don't know if that was like just a thing or if it's actually him in the role, or maybe it was just like I don't know. I thought it was funny because it's like he's still playing. Like he kind of like plays into the role a bit when running away, even after getting the shit kicked out of him and like fucking being exposed for owning drugs. Pretty much, like, but he's still like, oh, gotta flourish my cape.
So. Well, like, there's so much cool stuff that like Lewis does because Lewis is like this performer, right? Because he spends his whole life, to Lewis, he's not actually strong. He's just kind of, acting strong, right? So everything to Lewis is this performance. So he's so good because he goes in and he's like, he tells Lugosi, don't turn your back to the audience. Don't show them that Bill gave you these massive, like scratches
it
on
has
your
to
back.
remain a play, basically. Like,
and he's able to somehow, he grabs the mask, is able to continue it being the play like about Adler, while at the same time, telling Bill, I know what you fucking did. You're a piece of shit. Lugosi's good, while all keeping it inside the confines of this play. It's so good, and I love that they're the drama club because this is kind of what I was waiting for to talk about. It is like the drama club is kind of a easy way to show because there's this audience and they're presenting for this audience. It's this easy way to show that like, they have to be different in who they are and what they present to people, Yeah,
you mentioned that before a bit. But it was nice to see more of that because the self that Lugosi presents to people is also not the kind of self he, necessarily wants to be. And that was I don't know. I'm the episode ended again, and I was like, God damn it! Unlike last time, like I don't know, for some reason, this one it didn't end as much on a cliffhanger. So I was like more like the last one.
It ended on two Chads standing before the adoring crowd, man. That's what it ended on.
Right, that kind of ideal of yes, herbivores and carnivores can stand together. Which is probably what they're going to be fighting the whole series for.
Well, and it's so great because like it even is kind of mentioned in this episode, like obviously Lugosi is super interested in Lewis, but it's even brought up, Lewis is interested in Lugosi. Like he's kind of becoming obsessed with him. Because like
yes,
they both kind of stand for what the other person isn't.
Stand Lugosi.
They're
Stand Lugosi.
Right.
Okay. I think actually
Lugosi. He's a good boy.
Vindy might be right because Alexander just tweeted this out.
Yeah, I saw the tweet.
The anti-Twitter parade is about to happen. I think Vindy might have been right.
I know I'm right. Look, what blew my mind was like how fucking amazing also visually this episode was. Like there was the fight that happened. It was like just a practice fight, and it was so well animated.
That had some cool camera moves and I also liked when Lugosi followed Bill into the bathroom and he is with the background in his eyes when he was getting pissed off because
I love it because I've been waiting this entire first bit of the show for this episode, and because this is the first episode where there's really a lot to unpack behind what's going on, and it just ramps up from here. I love this show so much.
No, it's good shit. Honestly, the only reason it isn't my favorite of the season because Chihaya Fuda is also going this season, and every episode reminds me that my children exist and I love them.
I don't know. As Craftsdwarf had actual kids. It's too late now. You can't say, "Oh no, I was about the character." No. You have children.
They are my children. Chihaya, Taichi. No, anyway, I'm about done. It was a good episode. I'm sure, if Vindy's so excited for it, there's probably also more retroactively that he can't say, that he has to shut his mouth so hard.
I mean, I actually think this episode is a good kind of closer to a lot of what has come before. So it's for once, I don't feel like I have a lot that I'm trying to hold my tongue on.
Okay, that's fair.
It'll definitely start up again in the next few episodes, though.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's fair.
Oh God, I had something in my head. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a funny thing about oh yeah, duh, I'm not gonna read the manga though. Nunmanji, play the clip of Anime Matt saying I don't read manga, fuck you.
Oh.
No, we're gonna do a look. It'll be my pick if we're not doing like a follow-up episode. It's gonna be my pick for the Weeb Club after.
Just gonna be playing SAO.
Well, that'll be true. It'll be SAO and then it'll be Beastars. So that we all read the manga because holy shit. But okay, so
Okay.
I don't have anything more to say. I think.
I don't read manga. Fuck off. Anime Matt.
Okay. Are we going to MHA now?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Badass.
あの日守ると決めた約束はこの胸に
Okay, I like the episode. I thought it was.
Yeah, it was fun.
My only problem with it was I feel like not a full episode's worth of things happened. Like I didn't expect. Well, did y'all keep watching post the ending? Because it did show.
I did. It did show.
It did show Eri
Ooh.
bumping into Deku.
Dude, that was such a good moment, though.
Yes.
I remember when I read it in the manga, it was a really good moment. And then they did that, and I was like, yeah, there it is.
I hope next episode kind of goes back and plays up to it a little bit more.
I really
Because
hope
if
they
that's all
do.
that episode gets, or if that's all that moment gets, I think the season kind of missed the mark on one of the best moments of this.
Isn't that just the perpetual curse of Boku no Hero Academia as an anime, though?
What?
I said, isn't that just the perpetual curse of Boku no Hero Academia as anime?
It just continuously misses the mark on the main episodes it needs to hit.
Yeah, like like the beats it needs to hit. Like with the season 3, I remember you were saying something about like how All Might pointing at the screen, pointing and saying "You're next" was significantly like less good in the anime than was in the manga, because in the manga it happened right after he beat All for One, and
Well,
then
if it happens right after, but it feels like it happens right after.
oh no, it literally like the next page it happens and he points right,
Right.
and in the anime, there's the whole cleanup crew comes in like a half an hour later, and then he does it.
Oh man, and then
He
Deku's
was
like,
just
"Oh man,
standing
this
there the whole
reminds me
time."
of the time that I met all got the power."
No, I remember. Okay, so in my gatekeeping video, you saw the dramatic recreation of me and my IRL friend arguing while Toolman sat there and cried about it, right?
No.
Oh, of course you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had an argument. Like I pointed that out. I was like, well, Boku no Hero's anime kind of like fucks up a lot of like some things that work in the manga but that don't work in the anime because of the way they go about it. And I pointed out how like him pointing right after he beats All for One is way better than if he was just like, you know, waiting for the fucking cleanup crew to come about an hour later.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I told him that, and he was like, well, you know, I think it works because he had like some reasoning. I was like, dude, I was saying the same shit to Vindy before I read the manga and then realized I was wrong.
What
So,
the
like-
lesson to be learned here is that Vindy's always right.
That's not the lesson we learned here.
Look, Vindy, as long as you have a foot fetish, we cannot agree.
Exactly, right?
Whoa!
We are
Whoever
like-
said, whoa!
we're like
I told
Naruto
you
and
that
Sasuke,
behind
we are-
closed doors.
We're eternal enemies. You
I can't believe the lolicon who's into tummy punching is telling the foot fetishist to fuck off.
I'm not a foot fetishist anymore. Excuse
Speaking
me.
of
I'm
fetishists,
I'm into pee now.
Horikoshi's
Mirio
into tickle
saved,
fetishes.
I thought you were going to talk about how Mirio saved Bubble Girl from Horikoshi's degeneracy.
Yeah, that's what it was leading into that, but you know, whatever.
True hero.
See, I heard pickle instead of tickle. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? Rick and Morty
I said
ended
that Bubble Girl's design is fucking ugly.
What?
I don't like Bubble Girl's
It was made
design.
by a fan. Shut up.
It's ugly.
Well, it wasn't designed by Horikoshi, so he's blameless. Oh.
He still drew it.
Well, I think she's hot.
I mean, like,
Underboob is
okay.
good.
It's like a color scheme of almost like entirely blue and then like green for some reason.
I will agree the colors suck. Yeah, the colors suck, but
It's not as hot.
I like Underboob.
can't.
So
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. There was a part that bothered me. I think when Deku was at some point in the episode, he's like doing internal dialogue and he's like taking breaths after each line, and I'm like, can someone give this voice actor an oxygen mask? Like, this is internal dialogue. Why does he have to take a breath after each line? Like, oh.
Because his inner mind is mimicking how he's exhausted he's feeling, Craftsdwarf. It's thematic.
That's fucking stupid.
You're stupid, Craftsdwarf. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. You know, this reminds you of the time when I got the power of One for All. The power that All Might gave me back when I was a young person without any powers. That's literally every episode. That's
Hold
not
on,
even a joke.
I feel like this episode didn't have that many flashbacks though.
No, but okay, no. What we mean is like every time Deku says anything, he'll sit there and have the same internal monologue where he mentions like, "This reminds you of the time when All Might gave me the power of One for All," and it's like it happened this episode because he was like, "I'm the one that All Might chose," and I was like, and he said it like a bunch of times. I was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's."
Well, yeah, but hold on.
No, it's good,
No,
but it's just the meme is just true. You can't say the
you're
meme
right
isn't true.
You're right, but this is the one time that the meme, like, of all the moments where he's like, "Oh my god, this reminds me of how," this is the one time that he should be saying. That,
Well, yeah,
but that's the problem.
But it's just funny because the meme is just true. It's not even like it's like when I saw that tweet, I was like, haha, yeah, it's an over exaggeration. But then season 4 came, and I was like, holy shit, it's literally every single episode.
And the worst part is it's not even in the manga. That's shit they add into the anime.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Wow. See, Vindy, here's the thing. You said this was a panel for panel adaptation. I don't
You know what? You're right. They made it worse. It's not even a panel for panel
that's what I'm
adaptation
saying.
because
That's what I'm
they're
saying. You
actively
said
making
that.
it worse.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You say panel for panel adaptation, but then you watch these quote unquote panel for panel adaptations. It's not even as if they're just like adapting straight up for each panel. It's like they're ruining pacing elements that aren't there because when you read, you can just speed read through it. But then they're just drawing everything out. And it's not like with Bleach. Like with Bleach, it's the same thing. They'll take out what makes it work in that medium and then just draw it out. And that's what Boku no Hero does. And even though this is the good arc, it's not as effective as when I read it because he spends an entire episode jumping off walls. This is wall jumping the episode and and it's cool. The payoff is cool, but I don't know. This reminds me of the time I got the power for One for All, and I was waiting for silence and the other two to answer.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think there were good moments. Like, I really liked the moment where he was like, "Yeah, like All Might chose me." You know, like, sure,
Yeah, that was good.
You choose Mirio, but All Might chose me, and I'm gonna live up to what to being the successor.
I think, God, everybody who's stupid and saying things like, the Mirio should have had the power of One for All. He should be the main character, not Deku. I mean, like,
Can't wait
this
for them to
episode
miss
is
the
for
point
you.
of the next episode.
No, they're going to because they're stupid.
Look, after watching the preview for next episode, I am so excited for next episode of MHA because it's actually going to be a really good episode. I think it's going to have one of my favorite moments in the series. So I'm
child
really
abuse.
excited. No. It's not even the Aries stuff. It's the conversation between Deku and All Might that's going to happen next episode is going to be like one of my favorite moments of the series.
Idiots up. Jesus Christ.
Some other things I had to say about the episode. I forgot that Hawks was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Hawks.
Yeah. Because I just kind of like, I don't know. He showed up and I was like, oh, there's a guy later in the manga. And then
are you caught up now, Craftsdwarf?
No, I've read that part before we started.
I know you said that you wanted to catch up. So
I've read a few more chapters of the A versus B stuff. It was still
boring as shit.
Yeah, it existed. Another thing, Uraraka's voice makes me like her a little bit more. I don't know. I like their voice actress. She's good. Froppy's voice is weird. And
I hate Froppy. She's ugly. She smells like pond water. She's a gross frog.
And her voice isn't great.
I am dumb. Any Twitter boy. Froppy is better than any shonen female character ever made because I like her.
She's ugly. She has Sonic the Hedgehog eyes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. The hottest one is still Nejire Hado, so I don't care.
Is who?
Nejire Hado.
Oh, Nejire? It might be Jiro for me. She wears a shirt that says deep dope pointing to her pussy, so it's like, I gotta respect the hustle there.
Okay.
Okay. I have some other things for the episode. Okay, I loved when Deku was I actually love watching Deku nerd out about All Might.
That was great.
It's funny to watch because, like...
Oh, yeah, I did like that.
But he learned, man. He lost through the power of humor, but he won through the power of autism. It's kind of epic, man.
Well, like, what I love about it is, like, it's not even, like, an actual character thing. It's just, like, it makes me happy to think about, like, how happy Deku must be to be put in this situation with how much he obviously fucking knows he probably knows the number of hairs on fucking All Might's left ass cheek, you know, like. And
I
then
bet Vindy finds that relatable.
No, I think
Yeah.
Night Eye knows more. I think he knows all the hairs on All Might's entire ass. You know.
yeah, Deku only knows the left one, but Night Eye knows both. And then
You know-
I love Bakugo. I'm gonna say this every time he shows up. I fucking love Bakugo. I loved that, like, well, I love Todoroki and Bakugo's dynamic.
You have to
Because
catch
after
up.
every person got it, he's like, we have to catch up. And
He's like, shut up.
the fuck up.
We have to catch up. Oh
It's
god.
so funny.
Here's the thing. How come they? I was like watching. I was like, how come they chose the people that they did? I was like, oh, we're looking for people who need. The big three are looking for people to internship. We got Frog, Kirby, and Hard Boy.
Well, I'm convinced Froppy and Ochako are just because they're the two most popular female characters. So Hori was like, I'll write them into the arc, and then he writes them out of the arc as soon as the arc actually happens.
No,
and
but Uraraka did so much in the arc, which is actually comments I got on my Uraraka video.
Here's my problem. The anime is definitely going to add like an episode about what they're doing, and it's going to be terrible and awful. So I hope y'all are prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm 100% prepared. I know what's gonna happen.
I don't even know, like, because we're only watching the first half. Because
No, we're not. What's already said he's picking it next season as well.
I have. So we're not watching ReZero.
Oh no.
I'll pick ReZero.
Yeah,
Okay.
pick ReZero. And
Gay.
well, I. Okay.
But whatever. Okay, so and then
But
yeah,
what if
like
Beastars is going?
fuck. Then we're
'Cause I
ultra
ain't
fucked,
picking
aren't
them
we?
today.
Wait, hold on,
We'll give Nunmanji a pick. Nunmanji.
Yeah,
put
let's
us-
give
I'm not
Nunmanji
watching
pick,
5
yeah.
shows.
It's 4.
Manga record.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right.
We'll
Fuck.
talk about this later.
Haikyuu's airing next season. Holy shit. Is it?
I don't need to watch
think it
Haikyuu. I can just read it. I can just read it.
I can't
If
wait
there
for
was
that
nothing
opening.
else, then-
I can't wait for Haikyuu to have the best opening of the year again.
Can't wait for what to read the manga and realize how good it is.
I already realized how good the story is. I'll just read it after I finish watching Production IG make the best animation of all time.
Not the best animation of all time. Excuse you.
It has some
A1 already did
good-ass
that with Sword Art
animation.
Online.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Sunrise did it. It was called Cross and.
No, Sunrise did, and it was called Love Live. Get your facts.
Oh, you're. Yeah.
Wow, just exposed as a fucking fraud.
Fake
I
Love
mean-
Live fan. I'm a bigger Love Live fan.
Are you? Or am I
I'm a
just a
Love
bigger
Live Abby
Cross
on
and
Twitter.
fan?
Make of that what you will. Yeah, I mean, I don't think too much more to say about the episode.
There's really nothing you can say, honestly.
Yeah, I think next episode for MHA we'll have a bunch to say. I still really like Overhaul's voice. I think it fits the character.
Overhaul's
like
so
a-
fucking good.
I think Overhaul's voice right now fits the character like a fucking glove. So I'm excited to see more of him in the anime because his voice is like perfect.
Overhaul's got big dick energy, man.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But here's a question. Okay, so Overhaul's power is the ability to like disassemble things, right?
We're up near
Right.
an episode.
Well, no, listen. And it's everything he touches, right? You see where I'm going? You're like, yeah, in the episode.